He arrives with a calculator, not a phone, an actual calculator. It is the size of a small book. He has it open on the desk before he sits down. Wednesday, 9:02 a.m. The clinic was supposed to start at 8:30. My coffee is in the corridor, in the same cup it has been in for 40 minutes, and I keep meaning to go get it. He sits down. He opens the calculator. He says, "Doctor, I have done some math." He shows me a column of numbers: weights, sugars, step counts, hours of sleep, cups of tea per day, and a column at the end labeled ratio, which he has calculated himself. The ratio is 0.74. I do not know what the ratio is the ratio of. He does not fully know either. He has read that 0.74 is concerning. Concerning by whose standards? There was a website. I look at the column. The numbers are, individually, all fine. The weight is fine. The sugar is fine. The steps are heroic. The sleep is what most adults would describe as a fantasy. He has been doing everything right for 18 months. He has come in today because he is worried that the ratio of doing everything right has dropped. There is, I have come to think, a kind of patient whose disease is mostly the watching. They are not unwell. They are not well either. They are awake. They have, somewhere along the way, decided that vigilance is the same thing as health. It isn't. It is its own thing, smaller, sharper, and more tiring than anyone who has not done it for 18 months can imagine. I tell him this is a thing his body is allowed to do. He nods. He does not believe me. He puts the calculator away, slowly, the way someone closes a notebook they had hoped would explain more. He asks for a follow-up in 3 months. I write it down. He stands at the door for a moment, his hand on the handle, and asks, "But should I be worried?" "No." "Are you sure?" "Yes." He leaves. The calculator-shaped indentation stays on my desk for the rest of the day. I keep half expecting it to come back. 11:45 a.m. The patient is a man in his 60s who has not spoken in 7 minutes. His wife has spoken for both of them. She has, she tells me, brought him in because his sugar is high and he refuses to admit it. He sits beside her with his hands folded in his lap. He looks at the floor. He looks at the ceiling. He looks at me, briefly, and then back at the floor. I ask him a question directly. He looks at his wife. She answers. I ask another. She answers again. I ask the third question while looking only at him. I do not look at her. The silence is so long that I begin to wonder if I have made a mistake, if I have offended someone, if the question itself was somehow wrong. He says, "I knew." His wife stops mid-sentence. He says it again. "I knew. For a long time. I just did not want anyone to make me do something about it." She looks at him as if he has just walked into the room from somewhere else. Maybe he has. He looks tired in a way that has nothing to do with the sugar. We talk for a while. She talks less. He talks more, slowly, in short pieces, like someone unpacking a suitcase he has not opened in years. He tells me about the small adjustments he had made on his own, the 2 spoons of sugar that became 1 and then none, the walks that lasted a few weeks. The doctor he booked once, 3 years ago, and did not see, the pamphlet he kept in a drawer. The drawer has, by now, become the kind of drawer one stops opening. He had a brother. The brother had the same diagnosis. The brother did not do well. He has been afraid for, by his own estimate, 11 years. I write the prescription. I write the follow-up. I do not write the 11 years. There is no field for it. When they leave, his wife thanks me twice. He does not thank me. He shakes my hand once, looks at me, and walks out. At 1 p.m. I do not eat. There is a sandwich in my bag from yesterday, or possibly the day before. I have begun to think of it less as a sandwich and more as a roommate. I think about the calculator man. He has a ratio. The ratio is invented. He will, I suspect, keep inventing ratios for years. He will be fine. He will not feel fine, but he will be fine. Those are not always the same thing. I think about the quiet man. He knew. He always knew. The fear was the prescription he had been writing himself for 11 years, and today, in a room with bad lighting and a tired doctor and a wife who finally stopped talking, he picked up a different one. The two of them, taken together, are something I have stopped trying to explain to people who are not in this work. One man invented a danger that wasn't there. The other watched a real one for 11 years and said nothing. Most days, somewhere in the middle of the schedule, both of them are sitting in the same waiting room. The afternoon clinic starts at 2:30 today. I am told this by the receptionist, who is told it by the booking system, which is told it by something none of us has ever seen. I drink the cold coffee. It tastes like a cup of coffee that has spent some time thinking about its life. The next patient is waiting. I can hear the small sounds of a folder being opened.